What's up, guys? Pokemon 6 here. Welcome back to a new Things I Can't Stand. Let's do this shit. Now, this is something I'm gonna be honest. I can be very patient at some points. Then again, when I'm determined and I took me a while to save money or to I'm waiting too long, it irritates me, and I become very impatient. And I'm gonna talk about waiting in line. Now, I know what you're thinking. The fuck you talking about waiting in line for, dog? That's not no struggle. That's no nothing. But literally, like, there are people out there that are super patient that'll wait for half a century, that'll wait a millennium just to get what they want. And there are people like somewhat like me who, after 10 minutes, it's just like, okay, come on now, like, the fuck's going on? Like, I gotta get my shit so I can leave, because I got places to go and places to be. Now, I'm going to give you some stories. Lunch line for sure at school. Now, that shit, I hate waiting in line for that shit, because I'll be in line for about 10, 12 minutes just to get some fucking food. It's just like, bro, like, you for real, like, it takes this long to get some kids some fucking food. And then, like, I'm going to be hypocritical here, but I hate when people, like, use, like, change and stuff. Like, they're like, oh, here, we're counting money with change. Just like, oh, God. And then, like, the computer breaks down or something, like, in the lunchroom. And then, like, can I get change back? And I mean, like, I'm one of those people that sometimes get change back or, like, just adds the money in the account. But, it's whatever. But I just hate that because, like, that's something I just fucking hate at school. Then I think it was like the first day Pokemon, I want to say not platinum. It was one of the first, it was like one of the Pokemon DS games came out, and I went to get it, and like there were 4 people in front of me, and it took them like forever because one kid was like making up his mind, like, oh, should I get the book to go with the game, or should I just get the game? Should I get this other Pokemon game in it too? Mom, what do you think? I don't know, sweetie, just do whatever you want. It's just that kind of shit. And it's just like, oh my god. I was like 12 at the time too, so I'm like, oh my god, I don't have time for this. I could be at home playing Pokemon Platinum right now. I could be fucking your mom and playing Pokemon Platinum right now. But anyway, like that day just like made me mad because I was in line for about 40 minutes, and I'm like, it took like each kid like 10 minutes to just figure out what the fuck they wanted. It was just, oh my fuck. But what sucks is when you have 2 version games, and it's just like, I don't know, should I get Heart Gold or Soul Silver? Or should I get Black 2 or White 2? Or should I get X and Y? What should I get? It's just like, well, I'm going to tell you what you can get. You can get your ass out the line and sit to the side and figure out what the fuck you want. Well, I know what I want, and I'm going to purchase what I want. Now, another incident. I'm in the movie line. Now, this is like when Harry Potter and Deathly Hallows. I was one of my good friends. We were in line waiting for the, we ordered tickets on advance, but we were waiting just to get in there. And we were in line for almost 45, 50 minutes just to get in the fucking seats. So we're just like, oh my god, like, dude, like, we already got our tickets, but like, can we just like cut these people? And we can't, because we're like, oh, no cuts, man. We want to see Harry Potter. I was just like, shut the fuck up, man. It's like, fuck off. And like, it was just ridiculous. Same thing with the Avengers. The Avengers was that same shit, like, straight up. And this is recent too. Okay, so I was at Sam's Club. I'm pretty sure y'all know what Sam's Club is. It's like a grocery store. It's like, think it's from the Fairy Out Parents to Walmart too. Think of that. It's like that pretty much. And I went in there. There was like a food court there and everything. I'm like, ooh, I'm about to give me a hot dog. I'm about to give me a piece of pizza, bro. I'm about to fucking bash this shit. And I'm just thinking that. And then I'm in line, And there's like 10 people in front of me, and I'm just like, oh my god. And your parents are impatient. I got my mom waiting in the parking lot, and I'm like, my mom is gonna flip her shit if I'm not out here in like the next 2 minutes. And then finally, I'm waiting, and it's my turn, finally. And so I say, I want 2 hot dog combos, one for me, one for my mom, and a pizza for me. And my mom don't want to split it. I'll eat it myself because I'm very hungry. And I didn't eat anything at all that day yet, too. So it was like, whatever. And so, they got the shit. They got everything. And then they were like, they watched me do this. They were like, that's so and so and so and so. That's the price. Okay, the price is blah, 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 blah. So I swipe my debit card, like, whoosh, I'm going through all the stuff. And then they wait till the last minute after I go through all the steps using my debit card to say, oh, I'm sorry, we can't use cards, or we don't do cards. And we're just like, I'm like, wait. And I was like, so you're telling me I just did all that, and you're telling me that I can't use my debit card? You're like, no, we cash only. And I'm like, and the thing is, I had $20 in my wallet for a reason. And that was to get my hair cut. And I couldn't even get my hair cut that day because of this shit. And I'm just like, so I give them a 20. And they're like, and it was my own money too that I worked hard for. And they're like, oh, we out of change. You're gonna have to, oh, I don't know what we're gonna do. And it's just like, and people behind me are just like, oh my god. Like, people are just like, oh, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, honey, I'm gonna be home late and all that stuff. And I'm just like sitting there, and I'm just standing there like, oh my god, this cannot be happening. And people are looking at her, and they're looking at me like, dude, really? And I'm just looking back, I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm looking back, people like, I'm sorry, it's not my fault. I'm sorry, they didn't tell me this shit. Like, and then I stood to the side, and I waited like, 15 minutes. And then someone came up and got some change. Then my mom called me, and she was like, Edward, what the fuck is taking so long? And I'm like, I'm waiting on my mom. The line was long. They're going to tell me I can't use debit, so I can use my own haircut money. And then they're going to tell me they ain't got no change, so I'm waiting for them to get this change. She's like, okay, well, if you're not here in the next 5 minutes, I'm coming in there. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Why didn't you say okay, whatever? I'm like, okay, alright, bye. Hang up the phone. So I wait like 4 minutes for the mention song, so then I'm like, okay, fuck this shit. I'm like, hey, excuse me, Ghetto Ed was for to come out, and I was like, excuse me, hey, you right there, okay. I saw y'all put some change in there, and I'm still waiting on my change. He's like, oh yeah, that's right, my bad, you was waiting on your change, weren't you? I'm like, yeah. So I was staying over here for like 17 minutes. So then they give me my change, like, have a good day, and I'm like, you too. And it's like, fucking bitch. And then put my change in my pocket, and then, I get my shit together and everything. I'm trying to think of every time I was waiting in line for something. I'm looking around trying to make sure I know there's an item I was waiting in line for in here. Oh, now I remember. Black Friday, when I had that vlog about my Black Friday thingy, so I had to wait in line for a while. When I bought those 3 games, I spent $90 on those games that day, and I did not care, because I actually saved a little bit of money for my last paycheck, just so I could add on to the next one for this shit too, because I knew I was going to be blowing like $100 on video games, and I gave no fucks. So, I did that. I did that shit, that's what I did. And so, like, I waited in line, and I was like, come on, man. And my friends were there too. They were getting stuff too. Like my friend, like one of my good friends also was buying some PS3 edition with Arkham Origins and The Last of Us, both games. And I'm like, and it was for the same price as no, my pre-owned PS3 was like $140 something or $150 something. So but that was like $200 he spent, and I'm just like, man, but you got an extra like 2 games. You got like 2 games with it. That's like, fuck. Even though I had to purchase one, he got both for free. Though that's the messed up part. And I had to purchase one game myself, but I got another one for free. But anyway, so I waited in line just to purchase my games, and all my other friends are like in line too, and we're just like, the fuck? I hate Black Friday so much. And it's just like, man, all I have is a Powerade. All I have is this Gatorade. I don't know why I was getting ready to say Powerade. I meant Gatorade. I was like, all I have is this Gatorade and these 3 games in this candy bar. I just want to go on. So, cause I'm thirsty. I'm craving chocolate. And I want to throw down these PS3 games when I get home at midnight. Scratch that. I'm out at midnight. I want to get home and play these games as soon as I get up. Because I'm going to fuck to sleep when I go home. And so, another moment was where I was in Chicago. This was like when I was going into I was going into high school actually at the time. I was getting ready to go to my freshman year of high school. Now, on the day we were leaving, me and my buddy Derek, we're just standing there. It's hot as hell outside, and each bus that's that's carrying people that's going back to St. Louis. It's like either the engine stopped working or the air conditioner wasn't working, so we all had to get off the bus. Blah blah blah. So like 3 buses came. Everybody else that was going to Texas or California or New York or to wherever they were going, and we were just standing there like, oh my god. And I'm getting hot. I'm like, woo, woo. And so then we go to McDonald's to get a tea or whatever. That's like down the 2 streets from the station. And like, I'm in the motherfucker. And like, everything's spinning around. And we're like waiting in line. I'm just like wobbling like this. And my butt's like, yo, Ed, are you okay? And I'm like, I don't know, man. I feel funny, man. The whole room's spinning. Hey man, why are you spinning? And he was like, what? And I was like, oh god. And I almost fainted. And then they saw the people at the McDonald's. They were looking at me too, like, oh god, this kid's ready to faint. So they gave me an iced tea with no charge, and I really got our stuff for free. And it was just like, hey, I drank that tea, and I was like, oh, I had the spot, and I was good. I was Gucci. But yeah, those are, it's just waiting in line. It's just something I hate doing. I can be patient at some points, but then I can be very impatient the next. Alrighty, guys. Subscribe, leave a comment, like the video, follow me on Twitter, Tumblr, Instagram. Check me out, Thousands of Your Playthroughs. Like us on Twitter and Facebook. Want to game out with me? Gamertag and PSN Name, both Pokemon 86, and you guys know the rest. Alrighty, guys. I am Pokemon 86, and I am out.